get on a consistent wave, so that way when other things start to add into your life, when charting starts to add in there, you're still maintaining the essence of you. Delayed, not denied. And you may have been denied, but you're just delayed. Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Sade Harmon, and my channel is all about positivity, glowing up, leveling up, talking about the goodness of God, like nursing, beauty, smelling good, looking good, all of that good stuff. If that interests you, then go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the post notification bell. So if you're returning, thank you, love, for returning, and welcome back. We are going to be talking about what to do if you are waitlisted for nursing school. Now, this video idea came about because I was waitlisted for nursing school prior to me actually being in the nursing program, and I was waitlisted for 2 years. 2 years, 24 months, okay? And that was being waitlisted with all of my classes, all of my credits, everything transferred, everything ready to go. I had to wait 2 years after everything was ready to go. So I just wanted to make this video to help encourage you guys, to let you know that being delayed does not necessarily mean denied, and I want you guys to have some actionable steps that you can do in your waiting season, because I do believe that the waiting season has literally taught me a lot. It has helped make me become the woman that I am today. It has shaped me in the way that my work ethic is, and it has literally made me even more appreciative of the position that I'm in today. So I want to get into the video. So when I initially was waitlisted, you guys, I was so sad. You have no idea. And I want to let you guys know that your feelings are valid, and you should cry if you need to. You should, you know, get all of those emotions out if you need to, because honestly, just even the prereqs, the co-reqs, the tests that you have to take, the entrance tests that you have to take, what you have to study for, what you have to pay in, all of that stuff that goes with school, the financial aspect, calling financial aid, doing the most. You just feel like you've put so much work, time, and energy into getting into nursing school. So when they tell you that you're either waitlisted or it's just like not a right now kind of thing, you could have been denied, whatever the case may be, do not stop trying, and do not stop putting yourself in a better position to be ready for when that opportunity presents itself. I want to remind you guys that there's no one way to a particular journey. I think that we get so caught up in not only our time frames of things and how we want our life to go, but also in the way that society tells us that how things should go. It really, like, it leaves more opportunity for you to be disappointed in yourself, and for that to stunt your growth, to stunt your motivation, to stunt your drive, to stunt your work ethic overall. So I want you guys to get out of what the journey looked like for you prior to coulda, shoulda, woulda. We have to get out of that kind of thinking and honestly just be led by God. Take the punches as they come, adapt, learn, and adjust. Like, you have to, there's so many times in life where you have to pivot, and being waitlisted for nursing school is one of them. So I'm gonna get into what you guys could be doing. The first thing that you need to do is get with your nursing counselor, okay? Now, I'm not sure how a lot of schools or nursing schools kind of do their student counseling, but your regular counselor isn't really going to know specific things tailored to the nursing program. So get with your nursing counselor, so that way they can tell you, like, hey, let's go over the scores. This is where you could be more competitive at. This is what we're really taking in right now. People who are getting A's in anatomy and physiology, and you know, the average score right now is 90 something or whatever. You have this time to prepare and to set yourself up for the next level, to retake a test, to retake a class if you financially can afford it. You have the time on your hands to do more research and to properly prepare for the nursing program. So I think that that's so important for you to do, is to get with your counselor, see where you're at, so that way you can set up actionable steps to get to your destination, because that is something that you always have to do within healthcare, within the nursing program, with just continuously growing, whether that's in your field, in your career, whatever. You have to always constantly be a learner, see where you can improve, see where you can do a little better, see where you can invest a little bit more money in, if you need a tutor, if you need, you know, just whatever the case may be, buying an entrance test book, whether it's HESI or TEAS or whatever the case may be. You have that time now to really buckle down and do what you need to do. You guys, in your waiting season, I know that we, you know, sometimes we take classes for different reasons. Sometimes we have to meet a certain credit requirement for financial aid. Sometimes we just want to keep our minds fresh. Sometimes, whatever the case may be. Now, this is why I said that it's so important to get with your counselor, and also reach out to a counselor that of a potential school that you would like to continue your education, if that's something you're interested in, and see what classes that can be taken at a community college or at a cheaper price. Just certain things. So let's say, for instance, if you're at a school where all the requirement is to take this science class, this reading class, a chemistry class, or whatever, right? And you applied and you're waitlisted. But there's another bunch of classes that you could be taking that are a part of the program, not necessarily the nursing curriculum, but are a part of the program. Let's say like statistics, or let's say like pathophysiology. These are classes that a lot of bachelor programs, or just kind of see, you know, stuff that you can kind of apply and add it to that program. See what you can take in the meantime, but also be very aware of your financial aid. If you are receiving any kind of Pell Grant or anything like that, you need to be aware of how many credits you're taking on your program of study, because you can max out on that. So just don't be taking classes just willy-nilly just because you're, you know, taking art and you're taking all these other classes. No, stick to the plan and stick to classes that are actually going to set you up in the long run. Another thing, like I mentioned before, is that you can be looking at other programs of what you really want to do after your nursing degree, if you want to continue your education or not. It's really good to start being proactive in your future endeavors and your future education, just knowing what the requirements for that program. So let's say that they only take in, you have to have a 3.0 in nursing school, an RN or BS in nursing school, in order to get accepted into our program. Okay, so now that you know that your expectation is high going in there. You're not just going in and then popping up after graduation saying, okay, I want to continue my education, what do I have to do now? You need to know what the plan is prior to, so that way you know how to hold yourself to a certain standard and to a certain work ethic to get to that next step, because you already know what the requirements are. Speaking of the financials, during this waiting period, you guys could be applying for scholarships. Apply for scholarships, you guys. Apply. You don't know what could hit, you don't know what could stick, you don't know who could give you what. Apply for scholarships, because once that money is yours and you can apply to school, like I said, you can apply it to the program right now, you can apply it to continue your education, you can do all of that good stuff. So you guys, while you're waiting, while you're not like in the books hardcore, while you're not like super stressed out with tuition, apply for scholarships. You guys, that I also want to mention, save your money, okay? Save your money during the waiting season and whatever you do, right? So with nursing school, it's pretty pricey. It's pretty pricey. Even at the community college level, it's pretty pricey, right? So I want you guys to save your money, not just for school in particular, But if you're in nursing school and you have a job that's not as flexible, and you have clinicals once or twice a week, you're in school for twice a week for 4 hours at a time, you have a home to take care of, you have other things to take care of, you have to show up for work, you have to show up for, you know, your relationships, you have to do all of this stuff, right? You're gonna be crunched on time. So it's just good to have that safety, just in case you may need it for your expenses, your needs, and all of those things like that. Save your money while you're waiting to get into the nursing program, you guys. I don't know not one person who regretted saving money, you know, for a rainy day. Save your money, okay? Another thing that you could be doing that could be proactive towards the program that you want to go to is reaching out to somebody and seeing what are the supplies that are needed. Okay, so what are the supplies that are needed? See if you can reach out to somebody to see what kind of books that program use, and you can maybe get like a book here and there. You know you're gonna need a stethoscope no matter what program you choose in the nation. You know you're gonna need a pen light. You know you're gonna need some shoes. Ask them where do they get their uniforms, because it's usually typically at a place where you can maybe possibly buy uniforms. Ask them where they get their uniforms, buy a little bit of that, buy a little bit of this. You can be working on your supply list, so that way when it's time to start, you're just getting all the logistics done, getting your shots and all this other stuff. You're not worrying about accumulating the necessary supplies. So that is something that you could be doing, reaching out and saying, hey, you know, what do I need? And write that list down and start crossing a little bit at a time. You know, each paycheck you get a little something here and there. So that's a good tip. Now, as far as you know, school stuff and home stuff, I think it's a really good idea to start preparing your home on, you know, like, hey, I'm waitlisted. I could really start nursing school at any moment now. And just kind of slowly just communicating on how life is going to be while you're in nursing school. You know, I'm going to be crunched on time. This is what I heard about the semester. This is the list that they gave me. This is the estimate of how much it's going to cost. This is what we need to start doing now. So it really is a team effort. If you do not have a support system, I'm sure that there's so many different videos and so many different things, and mentors and teachers and counselors who would be willing to be your support system and to be willing to help you throughout your journey, give you little tips and tricks on certain things to alleviate some stress, like financial tips, or even just like saying, hey, you know, we have a mentor program, this could help you out a bit too as well. Or what do they call it when you study at the school? A work study, whatever the case may be. You know, you just have to continuously reach out to get things to where you need it to be to take it to the next level. I want to also say, you guys, it is so good to get a NCLEX style practice book or review or an app, or, you know, watch some Register RN videos, or whatever you're comfortable with, or whatever your learning style is, whether you're a visual learner, a physical, you know, kinesthetic, auditory, whatever the case may be. Get you something that you can start practicing the NCLEX questions on. You guys, that is one of the hardest parts for me with nursing school, is the NCLEX questions. I can tell you the material, the concepts easily, right? But it's something about those questions that they ask you in a different way. They ask you in it for you to apply the information, for you to prioritize, for you to you know, delegate, for, you know, certain things that are of a danger, safety to the patient, like a whole bunch of things that you have to ask yourself before answering a question. So I think it's good for you to start these questions, even though you may not know the context per se, but you can start to kind of realize how they're kind of like trick questions, and there is like a strategy kind of thing to the questions that is actually learnable before you actually learn the content. I don't know how to explain it. You know how some people are just good test takers? There's a formula to it. So just keep practicing those questions, and you can learn a little bit of the content as well. And you know, you're just kind of preparing your brain to start applying information to questions. So yes, we are getting close to the end. I also want to say, you guys, start building that routine and your habits now. Just imagine, okay, so just imagine if you were to be waiting, I don't know, 6 months to a year, year and a half, 2 years, whatever the case may be for your waiting season for your program. Just imagine if you were to be in a mind frame of that you're already there, right? In a mind frame that you're already there. You have a schedule, you wake up, you work out at designated times, you cook your dinner, you do your grocery shopping on these days, and you do your cleaning on these days, and you start working with your time management now. It will help you so much in the long run. You will be a well operating person because you just have so many things in place to where you don't have to sacrifice all the other stuff that comes with life when you start nursing school. Because I do feel like during my nursing program, I do feel like I've seen a lot of students just like, I mean, you know, you sacrifice a lot in nursing school, but it almost felt like they just sacrificed like totally everything that involved like self-care and, you know, working out and stuff like that, because they're just so overwhelmed, so swamped, you know, just don't have that routine. And I do feel like my 2-year waiting period gave me the opportunity to be a hustler, to start perfecting my work ethic, my time management with my job. I'm really good at predicting what time I'm going to be places, what time I'm going to get done with things. Like that skill really helped me get through nursing school and also maintain a YouTube channel and also maintain my home and also consistently working out as much as I can, at least 2 to 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Some days it just didn't work out, but you know, and having a little bit of time for self-care. And I was in my word throughout the semester, you guys, so I took time out to read my Bible and things like that. Like, yeah, I had little increments of those times, but I still fit them in to where I'm not like disappointed in myself and not liking my body by the end of the semester and not liking who I am at the end of the semester, and you know, not having any money or anything like that. I was able to sustain things in a way to where it didn't break me because I was already on that routine, and then nursing school got added into it, but it was still going and it was still operating, if that makes sense. So yes, start your routines and your habits now, including your time management, including the way that you take care of your body, including the way that you take care of your home, including the way that you show up for your relationships. Get on a consistent wave, so that way when other things start to add into your life, when charting starts to add in there, you're still maintaining the essence of you. And I want to share something with you guys that I wrote down, and I want to read it verbatim because I don't want to miss any points. But I just want to say lastly to take a deep breath, start planning, start praying, and trust that God is going to work things out. Trust that God has divine timing. He didn't bring you this far to leave you now, and to those that love and serve him, all things are worked out for your good. So continue to remind and to speak that he is in control. Continue your affirmations, continue your journaling, and watch what happens. You are delayed but not denied. Even if you're denied, you're just delayed. You know what I'm saying? So, and anyone who's watching this and have been denied, go back and take that entry test again. Retake and go hard in that class that you may not have been competitive enough in. Continue to ask questions and continue to pursue your dreams. A great and destined nurse is more than a grade and is more than the ability to do textbook work. A destined nurse continues with this profession beyond financial strife, lack of support, a few poor classes, and life's trials and tribulations. We need you, we're rooting for you, and we can't wait to see you taking care of those who need you in that way you've always dreamed of. Keep going. So I want to close you guys out with that. Keep going, keep pushing. I was once discouraged, I was once down and out. I once felt like, well, I mean, like, I'm so confused, God, because like I have been, this is what I used to talk to him. I'm like, I have been in healthcare for so long. I literally love healthcare. It is so natural for me. It is so effortless for me. I love learning about it. I know that I'm knowledgeable. I know that I'm personable. I know that I show genuine love and care to these patients. Why is it so hard for me to get into nursing school? I don't understand. Is this what you want for me to do? Is this like, why is it? Okay, we have to get out of thinking that just because things don't happen in a way that we expect them to happen, it doesn't mean that God didn't want it to happen, if that makes sense. Sometimes we just have to trust in his timing and be patient and learn from, like, what is this season teaching me? What is this waiting season teaching me, you guys? That is like the question of the century for me personally. But I just want you guys to just stay encouraged and keep speaking that this will happen. What can I do to even set myself up even better for when it happens? It's going to happen, you guys. Delayed, not denied. And you may have been denied, but you're just delayed. So I want you guys to always keep that in your mind in everything that you do, in all things, you guys. I pray that your soul prospers, even as your health prospers, even as everything. I want you guys to be prosperous. I want you guys to continue to trust in the Lord in your waiting season. And I am Sade, and I hope to see you in my next video, you guys. Good luck and be blessed. I'll see you later.